Alright guys, last review of the day. Well, it's in the wrong pocket. Hold on. Isn't it? No. Is it? I don't know. I don't think it is. Alright. Last review of the day. It happens when you don't have the ability to... We got Friday the 13th Part 8. Jason Takes Manhattan. Directed by... Rob Hedden. Okay, a little history, like I like to do with these movies. This was the first Friday the 13th movie I saw all the way. Excuse me. Let me get a little water here. So, there were times I would go to my grandma's house. It was every other weekend when I was growing up. So when I was there, I would stay up late. And I would watch the movie channels, you know, HBO, Showtime, Cinemax, stuff like that. And one time, they played this. And I sat there, or laid there as it were, and watched the whole thing. Although I didn't start from the beginning, so I didn't know the title. But it was Friday the 13th, I knew that. There's a bunch of other horror movies I came on to, like The Kiss and The Gate. Also didn't know the names of them. But because of that. So, watching it, I didn't know the name of it. So I just thought it was, okay, here's another Friday the 13th movie. Cool. So when I started looking up the movies and stuff, and I saw there was one called Jason Takes Manhattan. I'm like, never seen that one before. I never seen him go to New York, you know? There was one at the end. I mean, there was one that he was at New York at the end of the movie. So maybe that one came after this, even though he did melt into a little child, but maybe they'll explain that. So I turn it on. So if I didn't get a chance to watch it, the DVD, I put it in, and I'm like, wait a minute, I've seen this one. This can't be Jason Takes Manhattan, can it? So it starts showing him, like, cool, let's just continue from the last one, you know, because I didn't see that one, you know, because I saw the end of what I thought was the previous one, so let's continue. And it goes, people on a boat, Jason Voorhees, he's underwater. What? I hadn't seen part 7 at this point. What? Why is he? I didn't watch them in order, of course. But what? Why is he underwater? I thought he was melting. What? As I'm going, as it gets to the part where they're on the boat, I'm like, wait a minute, these are the same characters from the other one. How were they? What? Okay, something's going on. And I eventually got it, because I'm not that stupid. It was the same movie. I found out later, I watched the Crystal Lake Memories documentary about it. They wanted to make it completely in New York, but they didn't have the budget to do it. So here's the quick fix for you, okay? Don't do it. If you don't have the budget for it, don't do it. Don't say Jason Takes Manhattan and don't have him in the film until the very end. Just change the film. In fact, from what I remember, it was actually supposed to be Tina from the previous film as the main character continuing into this. But Laura Parr Lincoln said no. So we got Rennie, and her story is sort of connected to Tina's in a way where it's sort of, there's something happened to her in the past, but it doesn't make any sense in the continuity. Because apparently, when she was a little girl, she was attacked by Kid Jason in Crystal Lake, which makes no sense. And she's seeing like a ghost of Kid Jason around everywhere. Also makes no sense. You know, and I have an attachment to this because it's the first one I saw all the way through. But this movie's stupid. Alright? Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. The kills not far off from the last one. MPAA still butchering them. Like, there's one that I remember seeing where you just see it's during the climax, if you can call it that, when they're in the sewer. There's a construction worker guy down there or something, a sewers worker. And you see just the shadow, his shadow, you see Jason go, and blood squirt out the wall. That's it. I'm like, what is that? And yeah, Jason dies because apparently in New York City, I've never been in New York, but I know this is bullshit. Apparently, every night at midnight in New York City, the sewers flood with chemicals, sewage and chemicals. They flood every night at midnight, apparently. And Jason gets stuck in it. The chemicals attack him, hurt him. He gets hit by the chemicals and the sewage and stuff. He starts to deform, and when the sewage, subsides, there is little kid Jason. Nothing wrong with his face, just little kid Jason. How are you going to follow that? This was the last one until 1993 when Jason Goes to Hell came. And I'll be doing, like I said, this is the last one I'm doing today. Jason Goes to Hell, Jason X, the remake, and Never Hike Alone. I forgot about that, but I remembered. Never Hike Alone I will do on Friday to celebrate Friday the 13th, alright? That's what I'll be doing. Hopefully I can get all 4 of those done, because I think, because I gotta work, so I gotta figure out when I get home, and then when I can start watching, when I can start doing the review, and all that. I do the review, as soon as the movie gets done, I come in here and do the review. If I have to do Never Hike Alone with a light behind me like I did the It Chapter 2 review and what was it, the first Friday the 13th review or something like that, I will, but yeah, this movie is stupid. There's a lot more kills in this, I think, but they're not really anything special. I think Jason takes, there's in spas, there's those hot rocks. Jason takes one and he kills someone with that. The one that is memorable is Julius's death, where Jason just punches in this, because Julius is a boxer, right? So they're having this kind of boxing match on a roof. Originally it was supposed to be at Madison Square Garden, but of course couldn't afford it. Don't do it! If you can't afford to do something, then don't do it at all. Don't just give it this little smidge of something. Say, Jason Takes Manhattan, and just instead the whole movie is on a freaking boat going to New York, and we get like a half hour of New York that's filmed in Canada. It's not even New York. It's Canada. Some of the establishing shots are New York, but the rest is Canada. Here's a little fun fact for you. The 2 main characters go into a diner, right? And say that someone's trying to kill him. Lady says, "Welcome to New York." Then Jason shows up by breaking through a wall or a door or something. And this big guy goes to fight Jason, and Jason flings him across the room. The interesting part of that is this big guy was actually Ken Kersinger, who played Jason Voorhees in Freddy vs. Jason, which I will do in my Nightmare on Elm Street review series whenever I get the chance to. So, Jason versus Jason, I guess. But it irks me, alright? You do, because like I said, I watched the documentary. I can't pronounce things. If you can't do the idea for your movie to its fullest, don't do it. Don't give us this crap, alright? And if you're gonna shoot, you shoot in Vancouver, right? Canada? Why couldn't you shoot the whole movie there then? Why only a half hour and the rest of it's on a freaking boat? Jason comes back to life, I should say. Like I said, he's tied up underneath there. He's very much alive, but it's because of an electrical cord, because you saw electrical cords running underneath Crystal Lake. And yeah, by the way, Crystal Lake connects to the ocean? How bullshit. Alright, I know it's in Jersey, but I don't think it works that way. Sorry. Guys, I didn't plan on complaining about this movie because I actually, like I said, I have a sentimental value for being the first one that I watched all the way, and it was at my grandma's house. But I've been just complaining about this movie. I guess I've realized the flaws about this movie, and as much as I said the seventh one was blah, at least it delivered on its promise of a telekinetic person fighting Jason. So I'm gonna have to give this is the first review that I'm going below 5. Friday the 13th Part 8, Jason Goes Manhattan gets a 3 out of 10. Hate to say it, hate to do it. Yeah, hate to see it, ladies and gentlemen. You hate to see it, but I was actually going to put this higher, above 7, because 7 was so meh for me. But this movie angers me so much. I have to put it at a 3. Do you know what this does to a man when he gets angry? A 3. A tip to you directors out there, alright? If you have an idea, but you can't afford to do it, come up with something else. Otherwise, you give us something, Jason takes Manhattan. He doesn't take Manhattan. He takes Vancouver. Built up to look like Manhattan. Manhattan? This is me bitching for about 10 minutes. I'm sorry. So yeah, 3 out of 10. The lowest score. So yeah, just remember to like, share, and subscribe. What are your thoughts on Part 8? Are you as frustrated and angry with it as I am? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, I'll see you next time.